All right, it didn't give us another warning, but it does. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're recording. Perfect. All right, awesome. Well, we got Alison Blanchard with us today. As I mentioned before, she's the one that created that fun video of me jumping off the ledge, the balcony in St. Louis, and then catching on to somebody who had a parachute. It was pretty wild, but that all came from just a photograph. And then it was brought to life. So I asked Alison if she'd come on because I think there's some really cool. I've seen a lot of the stuff she's done with this, and there's some really cool stuff you can do that's just engaging and different. And I'm starting to see more and more kind of top level agents utilizing this as a way to, mix up what they're doing on social media, what kind of content they're sharing, and for those that are really creative and enjoy this kind of stuff, I think the sky's the limit. So, Alison, I'll let you take it away from here.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Alison. I'm up in Wisconsin. I'm going to blame the snow and the cold if we have internet issues today. One of the best parts about being successful is being okay with failing in front of people. So this might be that today, but we'll see. So in Northwestern Wisconsin, we have 1,000 people in my town, but we're doing some marketing that people just aren't doing everywhere. And I feel like people just are like, well, I don't know how to do it, so I'll figure it out later. And then it never happens. Well, I'm going to share my screen first and show you the video of Brian. We're going to be talking about a program called Descript, Descript. And it's a really simple program to use. My assistants use it mostly now. I found it in the beginning and now they've perfected it. But I'm going to share my screen here. Brian. Oh, I can do that. All right. Yep. Here we go. Here's my screen. Can everyone see it?
Not yet.
It should be coming up. All right, it's thinking. I hit share. Can you see it yet? Nope. This is taking a little minute, but it'll be here in just a sec.
Yeah, Stacy's from Michigan, and
see Brian?
There we go. It's coming on. Starting to come.
Sorry.
Come on.
So what we're gonna do is in Descript, you have the ability to take pictures and turn them into video. And then you have the ability to take videos and edit them quickly and fast. And you don't have to be the one doing it. Because I know a lot of us want to do some of this, but having the capability to use these programs can sometimes be difficult. This makes it super easy. So can you see the screen yet?
It's still just like I mean, I can see that you're sharing your screen, but it's just there we go. Now it's on. Yep, I can see it now.
And I'm sorry for that, everybody. It should have this picture coming up here soon so you can see what it looks like. Can you see the picture of Brian sitting there?
Picture just came up, yeah.
Okay.
But I can only see
what
half
you do
of him.
is you add it.
I can only see like half of it.
That seems crazy. My
maybe I can change my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see the full thing.
I can't see the full.
Can you see it, Kate? Yeah, I can see the full thing. It might be some kind of setting on yours, Alison Sanders.
Okay, yeah, because it's on my whole screen currently.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's a small.
All right, I'm gonna hit. Interesting. So if I'm gonna hit play, because what you do is I'm gonna just show you what you can do. Okay, you upload this picture, and then I'll show you how we do it in a minute. Were you guys able to see all that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go to a new tab so that you guys can see how we do this, okay? It's super easy, and that's why it's so great and why it's a program I really like. So what I've done is I've uploaded a photo. Can you see this one? Say what?
Yes. Group. No, you're good. No, I just muted somebody. It's a group photo of everybody. Yep.
So here's the group photo. All it is a picture. You upload it to the program, and you go over here to Underlord. And this is what I've said. I said, make everyone in the picture wave at the camera and jump around and laughing as if having a party, and make confetti fall from the top of the screen with balloons. And I'm gonna, so that's all you do. So you take a picture and you get creative as you want and figure out what you want people to do in that. Now, this might take a minute with everything we've got going on here. Loves running 15 programs. But it's going to think and it's going to create this video. See here, it says it's generating.
And so Underlord
And
Descript can do lots of other things. Oh,
go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, so Underlord is kind of like the AI brain of Descript, and this is
Yep.
Something kind of newish that it has rolled out, right?
Yep. And has anyone out there seen the Sora videos? I've been doing crazy Sora videos. The main difference is Descript can take pictures and video of anything and anyone and make them whatever you want. If you've seen the Sora videos, you can only take your face and do something with them unless you take someone else who's got it. The problem is you can't just add a photo of somebody and make them do something that they're not actually doing, which I didn't like because my business partner hates video. So I was like, perfect. I finally can make Bailey do whatever I want him to do. Well, it wouldn't let me. So in Descript, you can take any video, any picture, and create what you want here. And you cannot do that in Sora if you've seen those videos. If you have not heard of Sora 2, it'll be coming out. It's not currently available to the public, but I have access to it, and I've been making some crazy videos with those. If you've seen them, Brian, I've got T-Rex chasing me. I am hunting for listings, and it says some people hunt for deer. I hunt for listings. And so I'm able to take the crazy videos and turn them into actual content for real estate. I do a lot of crazy ones too, but you have to think of ideas and how you can use them in real estate. Okay, this video is generating now. See, it takes a while. I'm updating all my computers as we speak for reasons. Let's see if it plays. Video, everyone? Or the picture?
Yep.
Brian, can you guys?
I can see the picture.
Okay. Over here it says yep, it's still processing and uploading right now. But the other thing I want you to know how easy this is and why it's such a cool thing. You can take a video of you. Oh, it just popped up. So let me show you here. Let's see if it plays. I can see it uploading on the bottom half. Okay, I'm going to hit play. And let's see if it goes like it's supposed to, because I haven't seen this one. So here we go. There's Brian jumping. So did you guys see that, how it did that?
Yeah, can you play it again?
Yep. Here's Brian right in the front in case y'all want to watch him. This is just a picture. So everything it's done has been completely AI generated. Here it goes. So now on that video, me personally, I didn't like how the balloons came down. So what you can do is you can edit and say, okay, I want these balloons to look more realistic. And then it'll regenerate another one. So you can go in and start tweaking and changing. And over time, you figure out what you need to say to make it look like you want it to. And sometimes it takes 5 to 6 times to edit it in a way that it finally looks like you want. And you can say, okay, make the guy on the left walk forward. Okay, make the balloons fall behind the people. Okay, add in glasses and they're all cheersing with, drinks. So you can get very, very creative with these. I'm going to go, hold on, to a separate tab. Here, this one. And I'm going to close some of these and see if it'll help things move along here.
So just from a layman's perspective, so Sora and Descript are just different AI platforms. Is that what I understand?
Correct. Sora is completely different, as you have to have a profile.
So these are essentially like ChatGPT,
doing
but just
crazy
for video?
videos. Whereas Descript, you can, to some extent, yeah, because I'm going to show you when this comes up, we take video and make really good content through Descript as well. It's taking forever, but here we go. So this is something and I don't know who was just, it was Alison. Oh, nice name, Alison. Something quite different with ChatGPT or this Descript is, can you see the screen up right now? Can you guys see it says, welcome to 947 3rd Street Southwest in Clear Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got video coming up here. It's taking a minute. What you can do is, this video that you're going to see popping up is me just at one of my listings. And I said, welcome to 947 3rd Street Southwest. It's also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 32 by 40. Don't miss it. You'll see the video pop up. What you do in doing is, if you don't like how you say something or you mess something up, you can come over on this left side. It's like a document, a Word doc. If you highlight, it moves it automatically from the video. So you're editing video with, I'm not a video editor. You don't have to be. You edit this Word doc over here, and then it automatically updates your video. It's pretty cool. Now here's the video. This is what it looked like. We went over here to AI Tools and hit Quick Design, where my mouse is. I can't click it now because I've already clicked it. But it took this video, and over on the left, you can see where it added in things. I didn't have to do anything. I just hit Quick Design. And I'm going to hit play on this one so you can see what it did without me having to do it. And it's creating an engaging video that you can just download and put on your Facebook.
Hey, Allison, that's what I was going to ask you. Will you show us how to put this on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
That's what I was going to ask. Will you show us how to download this and then load it up to TikTok and Instagram?
So it's super easy in the sense that, Kayla, will you come here? I'm stealing Kayla. So could you see how this video literally got all this stuff added to it? I didn't do that at all. All I did was hit Quick Design. And then literally all you do is hit export up here in the corner.
Okay.
And it will take forever to export it for me right now. But all you do is hit export and then download, and it'll go to your computer. And then you just take that and upload it into your Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want.
Okay. And then one more thing, Brian, my production is going to be going way down because I'm going to be going down this rabbit hole and having a lot of fun, just to let you know.
I mean, the amount of things. Okay, I'm going to show you something crazy down here on eye contact. So if you are doing videos, like a lot of times I just do videos looking right at my camera. I'm like, hey guys, here's an update on the market. But you find yourself looking down at something, or if you have something written down, you can hit eye contact and you can literally look at it says shift your on-screen eyes to the camera at all times. So if you're really bad at that and your teleprompter is not on your phone, or you didn't have it or whatever, you can do all sorts of crazy things with it. Add in a green screen. Do we have time to do one more thing, Brian?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, the internet's being wonky, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, so I'm blaming that. I think it's this one. So you guys, the biggest thing my agents have trouble, really go to ChatGPT and say, I've got a picture of blankety blank, find a picture of you, relate it to real estate, and give me a script that I can add or or put in or make a video of. And it will literally give you the ideas if you aren't thinking of things yourself, or not able to, because I know my agents have a lot of trouble, even though it's taking forever. Sorry. This one coming up, if I click the right one, is my daughter on a bear in Banff, Canada. I took this video and I made it really fun. So you can literally just get as creative as you want. I do a lot of fun ones, and here's where people might say, okay, great, you can make silly videos. What does that mean? Well, if you mix these crazy fun videos with actual content, or if you put content within the videos, are absorbing it whether they know it or not. And then on top of it, you are getting actually a new listing when you do hit them, because they watch your 1,000 people. I've got 50. So when I go post a listing video, you better believe more people are seeing my content of the actual real estate. So can you see the video of Lillian on the bear?
Yes.
So it'll take a minute, but here's a really good example. You go into Underlord, maybe. And I'm going to type in, what do I want? I'm going to say, I want this bear. Oops, I can't type. I want the bear to rear up and buck the girl in the photo off, but she is holding on too tight and it runs off the screen. Okay, so I'm pretty particular about what we're having it do. And then you just hit go. So it's going to take a minute to think. But while it's thinking, Brian, do you want to chat about anything else? Because this will take just a minute and I can stop my share until it comes up. A minute.
Yeah, well, a couple things that came up in the chat. One was just about kind of disclosing when something was created by AI. And I know Sora will actually, there's a watermark, I believe, that goes on all of those videos. So that's easy. And then like with Descript, I would just say use good sense. I mean, I think it's probably wise to just acknowledge when things are AI, especially if they look realistic. I don't think the one of me jumping off the balcony, I think everybody can kind of gauge that that is, AI generated for fun. But, I would just tell people err on the side of caution and, disclose that things are AI generated. But another question that came up from Alison Sanders is Descript is just web-based, right? To my knowledge, there's not an app for it. Is that correct?
Correct, which is, if I had it on my phone, we'd be doing it on there today, because it would go, the processor is much faster, things go much quicker. When I'm not running 5 programs at once, this goes a lot easier online. But yes, it's just on your desktop.
All right, yeah. And so you would take a video and then save it into like Google Drive or Dropbox or wherever you're going to save it, and then or email it to yourself from your phone, and then you would save it on your computer.
Yeah,
and then upload
I
it.
do that a lot. That's that video of me at our listing. I did that on my phone, sent it here, grabbed it from Google Drive, and just put it in there. I mean, we did that this morning, Kayla and I, and it literally took 10 seconds to create that. And it like goes from your screen into that black box, and it puts the words in and everything, and it does it all for you. So you do
Yeah.
not have to be super tech savvy to have awesome videos here.
And I'll just mention one other thing about the eye contact corrector is that it will not take your head from here to here. So but it will if you are reading and you know when you see people's videos and they're reading and you see their eyes going back and forth, it will eliminate that, for example. Or yes, if I'm looking at the screen and I looked up beyond my camera and then came back, it will make it so that I never looked beyond the camera. It'll steady the eyes, which is really cool. Because I always do me now. This is like when I see a politician or somebody, and I see or anybody, not a politician. I don't know why I said politician. Anybody, but I see their eyes going back and forth. It feels less organic and genuine to me. So I like the idea that they're just speaking from the heart, and that they just know the topic that they're talking about. So I think that eye contact thing is good for that. Yeah, by the way, while you're waiting on this, Alison, do you want to give whatever your, TikTok or Instagram, or do you have any handles there where people can follow you if they want?
That's not fair. We deal with farmers and tractors. We don't have TikTok. I'm out in fields getting things signed. No, on Facebook, I'm Alison Blanchard. On Instagram, I have to look it up because I'm like an old person, but yet I'm teaching you Descript, right?
In
Kayla,
case in case people missed it,
on Instagram
Alison,
is Compass Realty Group WI.
and by the way, it's
That's
not
me.
compass like compass.
Nope. Yeah. Don't confuse me. I'm a privately owned company, not like Compass. I'm not taking your listings and withholding them.
Yeah, in case you guys missed it, Alison is in a town of 1,000 people. So
We do a lot of videos of cows and tractors. We have one from earlier this year where I was running out into a field to get a signature, and it says, "We'll do whatever it takes."
the other thing is your audio was breaking up earlier when you were talking
Oh,
about, though,
sorry.
if you're struggling with the ideas, the creative part of it is going into ChatGPT and saying, hey, I've got this photo of me and my buyers standing in front of the house after closing. Give me some ideas for how to generate this into a video that's real estate related or whatever. So use AI, like the large language models, to help you come up with some of the creative ideas if you're struggling with that part.
I don't, you said I was breaking up, but that seems to be the hardest part for people. If you're creative, you're going to love this. And whoever said it, I think was it you, Nancy? Like, okay, bye. I'm going to be doing this for the next 10 days. That's 100% going to happen. Cause I had a picture of us up on Lake Moraine in Banff, Canada, and we're sitting on a huge cliff and the big, huge lake down in front of us. And I made a whale come out of the lake. And my husband and us are all standing up and cheering, like, oh my gosh. And then we get splashed by water. I mean, you are going to have way too much fun. The ways we've used it for real estate are talking about getting real creative on videos. If you add me on Facebook, you'll see some of the videos, just because our people use Facebook more. So that's where we post more, but it goes on Instagram as well. I was trying to scroll real quick to see some of the ideas. I did a Halloween one where I said, houses whisper to me all the time. It's really scary. And it was a Halloween setup, and I was walking down the street and they were whispering, list me, list me. So we are getting real creative on these. I said some people haven't seen the inside of my office, so I thought I'd show you for an insider version. And it shows us like in Black Ops what we look like, because we found a listing and now we're going after it. And then I got it and Compass sign showed up. Plus, I look badass in that kind of gear, so I wanted to do it. So you get real creative. Here I said it's wild out there because I got a new cowboy hat. And I said, don't worry, partner. I can help you navigate this market. So check out those videos. They're really crazy. We do them all through Descript and Sora. but you can get real creative and do some awesome things. But the key to that is you're getting people to engage. So when you post the content you want them to see, it's going to re-engage them through the algorithms. I think
So let me
that
just
one
comment.
had, yeah.
Let me just
I've
comment
had,
real quick. Oh,
I was just going to say, I've had between 3,000 and 5,000 views on those, which is really good in our area. I mean, I do 60 transactions a year, so we're doing massive amounts. But to get that kind of engagement around here is huge. I know you're in a different market, but for us, it's huge.
for those of you, Sora is, well, I see it's in the chat now, SORA. That is an open AI product, so ChatGPT. You used to actually see it in ChatGPT, but now it's a separate like program. But if you just Google Sora or ChatGPT Sora, and you can get logged in with your ChatGPT account. I think it's the same login. I think they're
I
shared.
don't know if Sora 2 is Sora 2 available to the public yet. I don't know.
Well, I think it was released maybe September 30th. I don't know yet. Like when I log into Sora, it says I'm using the old version, so I don't know.
I don't
Maybe you have to,
know. It's something to be aware of if it's not open to the public yet. I just had a friend who, gets like 70,000 impressions a week, so she got it and she gave me access. But it will be coming out soon, and if you didn't work before, Nancy, you really won't work when that comes out.
yeah, go check out Sora. I mean, you see these videos that are created from scratch, from thin air. It's pretty
Yeah,
wild, but
so that's the
that's
cool
why their
differences.
watermark is on
Yeah.
there.
And you can use really cool pictures of your listings. You can use video of your listings in Descript. So I think that's more plausible to get really good content for real estate related stuff. Sora is just fun. You can fly on, dinosaurs or whatever you want. Someone asked a question. I saw my name. I didn't see it. Here, let me go back. Oh,
Somebody
I
asked
gotta
where you
scroll.
posted the videos to get that engagement. Was that on Facebook or Instagram?
I post on Facebook and Instagram for me. I do not use TikTok. I know it's like I'm 70, but I don't use TikTok. Mine was strictly and we didn't boost anything on Facebook at all. That was just organic engagement. People want to see this because when new things happen, people just push them away. I'm sure, maybe some of you have just kind of pushed away like I'll be fine. But if you can get a couple out there, anytime you can be seen as the go-to, meaning you're the one doing things ahead of the curve, you kind of position yourself as the go-to in your industry. So it's imperative to kind of get these things in line and try a few of them.
Awesome.
And be okay with looking silly. It's okay. You won't die, I promise.
All right. Are we still waiting on that something to be created,
Oh,
generated here?
I can go look. Sorry. I got excited talking about it.
That's all right. I just want to show people the Notebook LM before we wrap up for
Yep,
today as
that's
well.
fine. How about add me on Facebook and I'll post it there because then you guys don't have to wait. Will that work, Brian?
That works.
And you guys can see because you saw the picture of her sitting on the bear and I'll post what it looks, okay?
Awesome. Alison,
Okay.
thank you so
Sorry
much.
the internet's wonky, but if anyone has any questions, they can call me or send me messages and I can help you through things, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
We
Thanks,
appreciate it,
guys.
Allison. All right. Hope you guys have fun playing around with that. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I just literally, like, while we were talking and waiting, I was trying to goof around with Sora. Let me just share my screen. So this is my my headshot. This is the one I use for everything. And I told it to just turn this photo into a video of me welcoming somebody into the office and then walking towards the back. I mean, this was like a one sentence prompt without any real thought. But when I hover over it, this is the video that it plays. So, I mean, you can see that just in like less than a minute, it just created. Now, this video is not really relevant. It doesn't know what types of shoes I was wearing. I mean, this wasn't a well thought out plan. And you can see actually, I have a third arm right there. So, just like everything AI, it takes some refinement to get what you want. But this just shows you what it could do in like a matter of seconds. So if you were curious about Sora, this is the old version of Sora. This isn't Sora 2. So just know with each new version that comes out, it's going to get more and more refined and better at what it does here. But you can also just type in words, like you can see right here, describe your video. You can just type it in and have it created. Now, I wanted it to make a video of me. So of course, giving it a video is helpful, or giving it a video to build a video off of course, is also helpful. So have fun with that. Key to all this is like you can have fun and then it's just entertainment, but to figure out how do you cross the line into using this to help create engagement. This isn't going to sell a house for you, but the point, you want to get engagement. Conversations. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it was Dave Ramsey was talking about time management, but he said, he said, if you have two salespeople and one of them makes 6 contacts and one of them makes 60 contacts, the one who made 60 contacts is going to have 10x the business because they're making more contacts with people. Like he's not talking about real estate, no matter what industry, it's all about contacts. So this is a way to create engagement and thus contacts, right? So think of it through that lens, not how is a stupid video of Brian walking down the hall going to sell a house. But if I'm doing something fun and creative, how can that create engagement for me? I mean, what if you'd made a really fun video of like your listing, and when you're at the open house, you have an iPad that's set up on the dining room table with that video just running on loop, and it's just a conversation starter with everybody as they walk in to your listing. So start thinking of it in those ways. Yeah, Allison, and then I'll jump in to quickly show you guys about Notebook LM.
So what's the difference between Descript and Sora? And I mean, are they the same thing? They do different things, and are they free?
They're both AI generative video generative AI platforms. So Descript can do a number of different things. Like that's one where if you say and ah a lot in a video, remember she said it transcribes it. So then all of a sudden you have that Word document, you can change what you said in the video just by typing it or deleting. So that's one thing that Descript does. But then it will take that photo of a whole group of people where we stood up and waved or whatever, because what Allison just said is that it will animate that photo of all those different people, whereas Sora isn't going to let you animate somebody else. So you can't go in and create a video of me saying, "Hey, everybody, you're all fired," right? The other thing is just note that Sora does watermark every video, so it's known that it was AI generated. So, but yeah, they're just different platforms that do similar things in the same vein. But I don't think you can go into Descript and just out of the blue like create a video out of nothing. You have to have something, and then you can create the video. All right, let me jump in Notebook LM. So if you just go to notebooklm.google, it's a Google product. There is an app version of it and desktop. So if you just click try Notebook LM here, it'll just open up the desktop version, but then it links to the app on your phone. So the thing that I did here that I'm going to show you, I can now pull up on my phone, which is really relevant because what I'm going to show you is creating a podcast. So you would just click on try Notebook LM, and it's going to open up this platform. Now I've already uploaded it, but you're just adding a source here. So I uploaded the PDF, which is 117 pages. This is the profile, right? This is the actual document that I got from NAR. So you can see lots of stuff to go through and digest, and it would be a lot, right, to go through all of that. So here I just add up that PDF, and it creates this little summary for me here. But then I click on audio overview, and in about 30 seconds or 1 minute, whatever it was, it created this audio overview. Audio overview is another way to describe a podcast. So let me make sure I have my settings here so you can hear my screen. Actually, let me just do this and see if you tell me if you can hear this. Why is it not playing? No, I'm the one having internet problems. Give me a second. Let me refresh it.
So what's it going to do? It's going to give you an audio version of you saying this script here?
No, hang on a second. Tell me, can you hear this? No. All right. There's a setting on here. For Zoom. Does anybody know on the top of their head exactly where to find that setting? Oh, you know what? It's under share. That's where it is. Advanced sharing options. Nope. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Share computer sound. There we go.
National Association of
You
Realtors
hear that?
latest report, the 2025 profile of home buyers and sellers.
All right. So to your question, Allison, what it did is it took all the content that I just gave it. So you could upload a video to it, a text document like this, and it will turn it into a podcast. So we've got two podcasters talking with each other. I'm just going to give you a snippet of it, and then I'm going to show you something really neat.
This thing covers transactions from July 2024 all the way through June 2025. And honestly, the story it tells is, wow, it's a housing market that's been completely reshaped by tight supply and, well, those high rates we've all been watching.
It really is a snapshot of a market under stress, maybe even transforming. Think about it. Average mortgage rates were hanging around 6.69% during that period. So affordability wasn't just, a slight issue. It was a wall for many people.
All right, so so it takes all the content, digests it, and says, okay, we're going to turn this into a 12-minute podcast. So now on my app, I can go plug it in and listen to it on my way to the office, right? So I can hear that. But check this out. Got this little interactive button here. So I'm going to click that. Oh, come on, load. All right.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to
playing it.
feeling informed fast. Today,
I've
we've
got a
really
question
torn
for
into
it.
the National Association of Realtors. Oh, hey there, what's up?
Hey, so what should a real estate agent who's looking to build their business in 2026, what information from this report should they be thinking about as they consider how to shape their business plan for 2026? I don't know if me sharing the audio has somehow complicated this.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to...
Oh, hey there. How can we help?
So using this information, how should a real estate agent who's looking to shape their business plan for 2026, how should they use this information to help make decisions on how to reach consumers? All right, hang on. Sorry, there was a pop-up on my screen. That's what it was.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Oh, hey there, what's up?
Hey, so how should a real estate agent who's looking to grow their business in 2026 use this information to help shape their business plan moving forward?
That is a brilliant question.
100%.
Because that's the whole point of this data, right?
Okay, let's unpack this for the agents.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the report gives agents 3 huge areas to focus on in 2026.
The first one is obvious, which is focusing on the repeat buyer and seller.
Absolutely. The median seller is 64. The repeat buyer is 62.
This is their market right now.
Agents need to be experts in managing equity transactions.
And understanding those lifestyle shifts we mentioned.
Their top reason for moving is to be closer to friends and family. at 19% for buyers and 26% for sellers.
So the marketing shifts from dream home to family hub or retirement proximity.
Exactly. The agent should be focusing on this relocation theme, even if it's just 20 miles down the road.
Okay, second area for agents, which is all about service and reputation.
What's fascinating here is that reliance on agents is hitting record highs.
91% of sellers used an agent, an all-time high.
And 88% of buyers did too. So agents are essential.
The key is how they're found.
Yes. 66% of sellers were referred by a friend or used a previous agent.
And for buyers, 43% were referrals.
So an agent's business plan needs to prioritize client satisfaction and asking for referrals.
91% of buyers would recommend their agent. That trust is huge.
And 62% of buyers have already recommended their agent at least once within the first year.
That feedback loop is gold for a 2026 business plan.
Agents need to ensure they are providing the most desired service, helping buyers follow.
All right. So, I mean, you can see how it interprets data, right? And the fact that you can talk into it to extract what information, because it's doing it created a 12-minute podcast of a 117-page document. So there may be things that it doesn't cover in the podcast, but that you want that information. So the fact that you can interact into it, engage into it, and ask that thing to extract it. So yeah, it's really mind-blowing. Now, there's other things you can do with it as well. So like that's creating the podcast, but you can create a video overview. I haven't done these, right? I mean, this is a new platform that I've discovered recently as well. But you can create quizzes. So I don't know how this really relates. I don't know how you guys would use it yet as agents. Other than maybe there's something fun that could be created like for an open house, or like you play a little game, like create a quiz about your listing and you give it to each person as they come to the open house and say, hey, there are these, if you answer these questions about the house, and it's like, how many bathrooms is it? Or what picture of what animal is hanging in the bonus room, or whatever. You could have these little like quizzes that the person at the open house completes, turns it in, and it gets entered into or whatever. Like fun way to engage with the people coming. But if you were, it doesn't matter. You check this out, because for those of you that have kids, there's probably things in here that you could utilize this with your children in terms of creating flashcards and quizzes of like maybe a book that they're reading or a report they're doing to help you as the parent engage there. So anyway, I thought this, I'm glad you guys also, your head exploded at that, because this I think is really cool. So this one document, of course, it's obvious, but I think, we got to look at what other things can we, leverage this with to help raise the bar for us. Yeah, Allison.
So you just uploaded this into Notebook LM, and then it did all of this just by uploading it and asking it certain things?
Yeah, I didn't have to ask it anything other than the preset options. So like in Descript, where she was free typing in what she wanted it to do, that's a different interface than this, which is it has these pre-built-in options. But yes, I just uploaded it, and within less than a minute it created the podcast.
I mean, for kids in school, oh my God. I mean, this is changing everything.
Right. Yeah, this one's wild. And I just clicked on the mind map again. I'm still playing with this. But you could take like the data that I send out with that I'll be sending out monthly with due diligence fees and earnest money and number of transactions, all that. You could upload that into this. And again, have it create the podcast or create this, see what the mind map looks like here. Home buyer characteristics. If we click on that, it takes
So
you
is there
into,
a way to tell it to
demographics.
make it shorter? So like, let's just say you wanted to do a sound bite and post it, because I mean, I don't have a podcast, I don't do YouTube. So, where else could you do a smaller version to use for social media?
I wonder, I don't see that it's giving me, well, look right here, you can ask it questions into the thing. I don't know if I can tell it to create a shorter podcast, for example. But I can ask it information, again, list the top 3 buyer compromises. And it's going to extract that and put it into this format for me.
And then you can download that as a PDF?
save to note, and then I assume I can download it, because over here I can download whatever I have over here. So I'm assuming I can here, but I haven't gotten to that point. But you could take HOA covenants, you could take a builder's contract, and put it in there, turn it into the podcast, and then as you're driving to the next appointment or whatever, be asking it questions. Is there anything in here my buyer should be concerned of, with regards to the warranty the builder provides? And you just have that conversation with it.
Or even Brian, I'm thinking like someone already mentioned the TARRreport, which is a little overwhelming to me because it's just so vast. But if you could narrow that down and really have some good insight, like you said, headed to a listing appointment or something, that would be amazing.
That's a great idea. I haven't seen the chat, so somebody put that in the chat. Kudos to them. That's a great point. Yeah, the TARRreport, it can be overwhelming, and now we can break it down into a casual discussion between two podcasters, and you can ask questions into it. Yeah. And there's so much text data that Stacy creates with the TARRreports that this is, obviously going to be brilliant at breaking that down. What I think you can do, let me just see here, add link. So like, for example, the market update video that I put out, right? You could upload that to this and have it do the same kind of thing. So now they're creating a podcast talking about the report that I put out. But you could take a Tom Ferry video, you could take, whatever, put it in there and break it down into these different ways. So
that's awesome, Brian, because those of us with YouTube channels, I've thought about posting your market update on my YouTube channel, but it's not really personal about me. But if there's a way I could interject and ask questions or whatever, and then post that, we could do that, right?
Yeah, so I don't know how, I don't know if it records like your questions that you ask in or not. I'm not sure about that. That would be something to look at. But that would be kind of neat. Yeah, if there's like as though you are engaging with the podcast and being able to record that. Now you could do a screen recording, so you could use Loom to record it. That would be the start of a way to do that. I'd have to kind of think through what that looks like, because screen recording is recording the screen, so it's going to see everything that's happening here behind the curtain. Kate, you have a thought?
Well, just be prepared that my production's going way down, guys. 2026, I'm going to sell maybe like 2 houses, but I'm going to have a really good time. So,
but they're all going to come to you because you'll have content out there,
Well, that's right. 2 steps back to go 10 steps forward.
I've already done paying for college. I'm done. I'm just going to make fun money and have.
Love that. That's the best money. I love all of these conversations, and I love when we take things in a creative way. I do want to honor that obviously in the email we sent out, we said we would talk about how we use AI for listing descriptions. I think most of that's pretty straightforward, right? Like for those of us that have used it, we're just putting in a list of things about the property and just having it either write something or fine tune it, and obviously double checking. But I just wanted to put it out there since we're almost at time. Just wanted to see if there was anything that people wanted to chime in or if people had specific questions about that in general.
Well, one thing I want to share about that is that I think a lot of times agents underinvest in the listing description process because maybe it doesn't come natural to them. And I just think it's such a critical part of it. Great photos, great listing description, right? Prepare the house, great listing photos, great listing description are kind of like the biggest factors. That's how you're presenting the home. So, and I think there's a lot of talk now about how AI generated copy reads and sounds, and that, you can like identify, there's tricks, there's ways to identify if something was written by AI. And I heard somebody say the other day that like 98% of what's being posted on LinkedIn is AI generated. And you can just like, people that know how to spot it can just look instantly and like see it. And so we don't want that to happen. So I think it takes a little bit of time. And I think sometimes people get stuck because it may take you a while to write a listing description. You may like stress over it and do all this, and it takes you a while. And then when you're like, well, I'm going to let AI help me with it, it still takes forever because you're having to go back and forth to get it so it doesn't sound like a robot and it sounds like you. But once you do that, once you invest that time, the next time you're not going to have to take as much time to do it. So you need to put in the energy to train it to write like you, rather than writing like it, which is like everybody else. The other thing I wanted to mention is that other than just information about the house. So if you're thinking about creating a prompt, I mean, getting a good listing description is going to be all about your prompt writing. So what are you telling it to do? You're going to, of course, put details about the house, but I think you'd be really well suited to be putting details about the neighborhood, the area. How do you feel when you are driving through? What did the sellers love about the house when they bought it? Like all these like kind of organic conversations you have where sellers are telling you everything they love, putting that in so that ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever can take that and help mold what you want. So then if it comes back and it's a little too like just data driven, it's like, oh, this charming, 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, and it just talks about the kind of factual points too much. Like maybe you want it to be more storytelling. So then you go back and you continue to refine what it sounds like until you get what you want. And then we've talked about this since we first started talking about AI. At the end, when you get the product you want, you need to finish that off by saying, what prompt should I have given you at the very beginning to get this result? And then it's going to give you this perfect prompt. And that next time now, you're going to have that prompt. And all you have to do is change out the information, the factual information that you had put in so that you can start having this. The other thing I would do is go back to all of your previous listings and put those listing descriptions, assuming you're happy with them, put those into ChatGPT so that it has that as part of its knowledge base for you of what you want a listing description to be. I would also say if you see other listing descriptions that you really like, you can copy those and put those into your ChatGPT to use those as examples of what you want your listing descriptions to sound like. A lot of you know Van Fletcher, who is an agent that writes these really majestic listing descriptions. Now he deletes them now because he doesn't want people copying them. So after he sells his listing, he deletes the description. But just be aware of that as you're looking at listings. What are the things that catch your eye that you think are powerful? Copy those, put them into ChatGPT because it will save that for you. So I think that's where this can really help. If you're willing to invest a little bit of time into it up front, it's going to make the listing descriptions that you do here forward much easier. Anything to add there, or thoughts, Kate, or anyone else?
No, I think that's perfect. Like you said, I think it's all about giving it a reference. And also, once you find the rhythm of voice that sounds like you, like taking that and refining it and tweaking it, go ahead and save that in ChatGPT and be like, this is my tone of voice. And then that way it becomes easier for it to pull from that in the future.
Brian, I
Yeah,
thought
but there's.
say at the
Oh,
end,
go ahead.
don't forget to say thank you, because when they take over the world, we want them to remember that we were nice or something like that. Are you thanking ChatGPT yet or no? I still do.
Yeah, I've started doing it less
So
because
I thanked
yeah.
ChatGPT after some post, and it's like, keep on rocking, girl. Like it was like a cheerleader. And I was like, awesome. Now we're besties. So I don't know. I'm a little paranoid.
They apparently
Love that.
spend like millions of dollars every year because we say thank you so much and then it like has to politely respond to us. So they're spending all of this extra money just on like the computers having to respond to us saying thank you, which I think is kind of funny.
And I just put in the chat there for you, Anastasia. Van Fletcher is that agent. I see all this stuff a lot less than I used to because obviously I'm not looking at listings. I'm not taking buyers out. So I don't see all these things. So I assume Van is still doing that.
Yeah, I've gone to
I-
pull them. I've shared so many of his descriptions with people, and I've gone to pull them, and they're not there anymore.
Yeah. So there are huge differences, right? Like if you look at a Jim Allen listing, or at least the way it used to be, it was just very like it was 5-bedrooms slash 4-bathrooms slash it was really like bullet pointed almost. But then there are others that write, just free flowing, kind of stories about the house. So you've got to find what you want. I have my opinion on what's better. I think they can look at the listing details to see how big the house is. So I think the storytelling element is underutilized in listing descriptions. What's the history of the neighborhood, the history of the town? Like, I mean, what are special kind of nuanced things that are going to draw people in? They've already set their search filter. They already know that it's, between 3,000, 4,000 square feet and at least 4 bedrooms. Now, some people will argue with me there and say, I want to be able to read the description and know all the most important factual points. And so that's fine. I agree with that, actually. I just think you want to weave it into like a story, and take the time up front. Be willing to invest extra time on the next listing description so that you can build the process that takes it from being an hour, 2 hour long thing that you like stress over to being a simple template that you can create the next one in 10 or 15 minutes.
Hey, Brian, the report, the 2024-2025 report, the buyer seller report, is that the link? Anastasia just sent a link. I switched from my phone to the computer, so I lost the original one that you sent, but that brings us somewhere to then we have to like buy it. Is that right? Are we buying it individually, or did you send a link to it?
Well, the link that I just put in is, and from there you can buy it. Now I've already bought it. It's only $20. So
Oh, okay.
but I don't see during my process of purchasing it, I didn't see any disclaimer or information about not sharing it. So I'll go back and make sure I'm not doing something that puts me in violation of NAR, my purchase agreement. But I didn't see that. So assuming it's not there, I'll share it with all of you when I send out the recap email.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, the non-member price is $200. The member price is $20.
Yeah, I was kind of
So,
thinking it would probably be like $100. I didn't look. That's why I was like, I'm gonna ask just in case.
yeah.
But
All
you
right,
said
awesome.
the
Appreciate all of
summary,
you guys.
the summary of it is available, right?
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah,
couple, it's like equals out to a couple pages, I think.
Yeah, the highlight, they call it the highlights, is free. And it's helpful, but if you want to do something more in depth with all that data, then you of course need the full report. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Appreciate you hanging in there for both of these sessions. I'll get the recap email out and the recording of this. So you guys have a great day.
Thanks so much. This was great.